The Wise Old Owl. In a small village nestled between rolling hills, there was a wise old owl who lived in a grand oak tree. The villagers often spoke of the owl's wisdom and sought its counsel whenever they faced difficulties. The owl, however, was not always forthcoming with advice. Instead, it would listen patiently, often speaking only a few words in response. One day, a young man named Ravi, known for his quick temper and impulsive decisions, approached the owl. He had just had a heated argument with his best friend, and in his anger, he said hurtful things that he regretted deeply. Now his friend refused to speak to him, and Ravi was left feeling guilty and ashamed. Ravi climbed the hill to the owl's tree and called out, "Wise owl, I need your advice. I have hurt my friend, and now he will not forgive me. What should I do?" The owl gazed at Ravi with its large knowing eyes and said, "Words once spoken are like arrows that have left the bow. They cannot be taken back." "But wise owl," Ravi pleaded, "how can I fix what I have done?" The owl thought for a moment and then replied, "Go to the field outside the village and collect as many feathers as you can. Bring them back here and I will tell you what to do next." Though puzzled, Ravi did as the owl instructed. He spent hours collecting feathers from the field, gathering them into a large sack. When he returned to the owl, he presented the sack full of feathers. "Now," said the owl, "take these feathers and scatter them into the wind." Ravi was confused, but did as he was told. He released the feathers, and the wind quickly carried them far and wide, some landing in distant places beyond his sight. "Now go and gather all the feathers back," the owl instructed. "But that's impossible," Ravi exclaimed. "The wind has taken them everywhere, and I could never find them all." The owl nodded wisely. "Exactly. And just like the feathers, the harsh words you spoke in anger have scattered far and wide. You cannot take them back. The damage they cause is often beyond repair." Ravi hung his head in shame. "So what can I do now?" The owl softened its gaze. "What is done, but you can learn from this. In the future, think before you speak. Use your words to build, not to break. And though you cannot undo the past, you can seek forgiveness and strive to be a better person." Ravi thanked the owl for its wisdom and went to his friend to apologize sincerely. Though it took time, his friend eventually forgave him, and Ravi learned to be more mindful of his words in the future. Moral of this story is, words have power. Once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Use your words wisely and think before you speak, for they can either heal or harm. Many times in our lives, we speak words in anger to the people around us or to our loved ones, words that push them away. We might say these words in the heat of the moment, but the consequences can distance us from our close ones forever or create a rift between us. That's why, even when you are angry, it's important to think before you speak and use your words wisely. Keep your loved ones close. Time, whether good or bad, comes and goes, but once relationships are lost, they rarely return. So cherish and protect your relationships and use your words wisely.